Okay, we should be live. Some stage. Live. Check the audio. If anyone wants to join in, you're more than welcome. Checking a few things. Why's the audio so low? Okay, is it better now? Yeah, it should be better. Should be better. We're like halfway through the volume. Okay, so we're developing BioniChaos.com. Go check it out. We have tools around neurology, cardio, imaging, vision, hearing, EMG. Check it all out and provide your feedback. Let me know if you want me to show you anything specific or work or any existing tools, improve it. If you checked it out, you have any ideas how to improve it, do let me know. We have gate simulation. So doing something similar today. So this one is interactive, but pretty basic. Just the leg. Well, you have ankle, knee, hip. You can't actually control anything. Just give it the same cycle. You can just scroll through it. And there's an explanation at the bottom of the page for your convenience. Now we'll be looking at something similar. So this paper from skin to skeleton, I don't know why skin to skeleton. 3D humans, we're gonna be making 3D humans. Well, hopefully accurate. Doesn't look very accurate there with the hands, but yeah, I don't know what's up with the yeah, it's a lot of weird things about it. Apparently it's like different types of models. Obviously not gonna read text, gonna potentially get a model, a voice model, review this. But even better, we're generating a code out of this paper. So we have a Gemini 2.5 Pro, gave it the paper, it's open source paper, bunch of equations, and it generated codes on us. So let's check it out. What should we name it? What is something? We had the navigate. Well, that's the best case. That's version 3. Yes, you can have 3 other ones. This probably be the better one. Let's go for the code. Code skeleton something. Then so we're asking. We have this special prompt, obviously. We have a special prompt. Well, nothing really special, nothing too special. But, hopefully it works. So keep modifying it as well. So see if it worked in this case. And give it the paper. So it's also related to this video here. We actually tried it again with the video. So I don't know if that's copyright or something. Eventually they have like an actual video that gets an overlay of a skeleton in this case, or skin, different types of models. See if it works. Gemini 2.5 Pro, let's see how good it is. Almost 850 lines of code. So we're running it locally. Loading something. I like the interface, but okay, let's show it to you as well. So this is giving Gemini the code, set skin. Yeah, I have a model. It's not actually showing anything. It's giving errors. Yes, it's giving an error. Oh, the 3JS. We need a 3JS, don't we? So get another model to fix it. We had Gemini doing the actual code. And let's do Copilot, basic model. Agent mode. We needed an agent. Agents are coming for your job. Beware. And in the meantime, yeah, the 3JS didn't load correctly, did it? No, so it's asking if we should fix 3JS or replace the capsule geometry with an alternative geometry. Like, okay, why? Hey, can you just make it work and explain what's going on in conversational style in the chat? But go ahead, modify the code. But in the chat, just a single sentence or two sentences, conversational style responses, no bullet points, nothing technical. So what do we expect? Yeah, we expect a model of a human that we can control. Skin skeleton. Reset pose. Sound off on. No, it's not loading the model. The 3GS is off. Okay, we have another model looking at the code. Probably start talking to us.
Incompatible geometry with a simpler one to make it work seamlessly. Let me know if you need anything else.
Okay, it works now, but yes, the geometry is not great, is it? The geometry is not great. Skeleton? Yeah. Hey, good luck with that. What changes did you make? Capsule geometry. So it's replaced capsule geometry with cylinder geometry. Let's give the original error to so it's based on the paper. Hey, we have another version. Well, yeah, obviously this one. Spine. Yeah, well, spine twist. Shoulder. Yeah, the layout of the page is pretty horrendous. And it's using 3GS. Couldn't use the original capsule geometry. Oh, the layout. Whoop, 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 whoop. So it gets the idea. But yeah. And the layout of the page is just horrendous. So we also gave it, we'll try it again with giving it the video. Giving it the video. Oh, they had this scroll back thingy. Hey, okay, give me a sec. Yeah, anything we do is eventually appearing on BioniChaos.com. Go check it out. Provide your feedback. We had another skeleton thingy. Yesterday we were making a toilet. Yeah, a toilet AI. Gate. Where's gate? Gate scene V2. Alright. Yeah, we had one of those with no hands. No hands. Yeah, it's walking super weird. And it's walking super weird. You can change those. Parameters. Yeah. Let's close it for a sec. Is that demo mode? No demo mode. No demo mode. No demo mode. Yeah, what we're doing, trying to correct it. A skeleton. So we have a corrected version of it. Maybe. Okay, it's actually fixed it. Yeah, Gemini itself fixed it. Okay, we have a demo. Yeah, the demo is just moving those scrollers automatically, so that's working okay. Yeah, that's not quite what we expected. Let's have another version. This one will be based on the video. So I have skeleton 2. We can need an index. By the way, the demo ideally would be just running continuously. Is it? Is it? Oh, when you... No, yeah, I thought when you interact with the canvas it will stop running, but no, it will run through one cycle. Oh, come on. Index. What's the problem? There's a problem. We'll have problems, don't we? We love problems. Let's try to use a variable. Hey, can we just fix Copilot fix? Okay, let's run it locally. What on earth? Yeah, there's something wrong with the color. Skin must be having errors. It's like a weird. It's a weird. It's a weird skateboard. SMPL skill. Okay, we have the skeleton. It's meant to be skateboarding. Handstand. Okay. Skeleton bones. Yes, skeleton skin. Wait, the skin. Oh, there's walk. Okay, walking actually. Right. Okay, it has hands, bones. All right. Play demo. Skateboard. Yeah, obviously the model's like too small or something. It's doing handstand, walking, doing skateboarding. So this is better. It's actually better. Well, at least it's more entertaining than this one. That was pretty lame. Don't tell me it has sound. Okay, obviously it has some annoying sound. I like how the demo is going forever without stopping. That's nice. That's nice. And there's some problem with the colors. Some problem with the colors. Hey, can you explain the code real quick in 1 or 2 sentences? We do have a description at the bottom of the page.
The index.html file appears to be part of a web-based animation viewer or simulator. It initializes event listeners, updates animations, resizes the canvas, and starts an animation loop, allowing users to interact with and control animations dynamically.
Can we check? We're potentially having some issues with the color. Can you go over the code, check for any issues with the color? I can share. Wait. I shared the print screen of what the page looks like. There's some problem with the color. It's like a black character on gray on a very dark canvas. Also, obviously we're having... What? Why didn't it take the image? What's the problem with the image? What? The model doesn't support images? That's not true. Maybe in agent mode it doesn't? Maybe in agent mode, but it should support images. Nonsense, nonsense, nonsense. Come on. Hey, can you give me the bottom line in one sentence?
The issue likely stems from incorrect application of CSS color variables in the rendering logic. Ensure the colors are properly retrieved and applied to the canvas elements.
Okay, so do we need more troubleshooting in the code, or can you just fix the problem? If you can fix the problem, just go ahead and fix it. Ooh, did
The issue with the colors can be fixed by ensuring that the CSS variables for colors are correctly retrieved and applied in the JavaScript.
Yeah, you can do it quietly, can you? You can do it quietly. What's the we're having? Having an issue with the colors and the thickness of the skin. Okay, now we have the colors. Frames, walk. It needs to walk upright, doesn't it? Whoop, whoop, whoop. Let's go back to ask. What's SMPL anyway? What's SMPL? Just a quick response.
SMPL, Skinned Multi-Person Linear Model, is a popular computer graphics model that accurately represents the human body's shape and skin surface but uses a simplified kinematic skeleton not based on real anatomy.
Okay. And the scale skin actually meant to be a skeleton, is it?
Yes, the SKEL skin represents the biomechanically accurate skeleton introduced in the simulation, designed to show anatomically correct joint locations and movements.
Okay, so the scale bones seem to work okay, but the scale skin and the SMPL just adding like a blob on top of the skeleton. Just share some images. Hey, can you check the images attached and tell me and let me know what's happening and how to fix it? Just conversational response, 2-3 sentences.
The SKEL skin and SMPL appear as overlapping blobs because the draw skeleton function uses large scaling factors for the skin rendering. Math.max 1 p1.scale *20, making the skin layers overly thick. To fix this, reduce the scaling factor for is skin rendering in draw skeleton to make the skin layers more proportional to the skeleton.
Okay, can you fix it? And the test, we would like some troubleshooting in the console, but yeah. Oh, wait. Had to change to agent. Agents are coming to take your job. So we didn't have much luck doing it based on the paper. It got way too complicated. With too many controls and things, and the animation is not great. Or what is it? I don't know. Should we go back to it or not? Then we had this, give it a video. Still modifying the code. Is it? Yeah, 50%. Gave it the video. It did a better job. Okay, what is the demo? Walking skin. It's meant to be skateboard, handstand. Why do we need this? Starting a local server? Why? I'm already testing it myself. I mean, yeah, you can go ahead, start a server, that's okay. I actually need Python 3. Yep, let's do that again. It will start its own server and look at and deploy the what? No, we're not deploying the correct thing. You're not deploying the correct folder. There is the subfolder is skeleton 2. Can you check the folders first before deploying? It's doing it all. Taking control of your terminal to know how safe it is.
It seems the server couldn't start because the address, port 8000, is already in use. You can either stop the process using port 8000 or start the server on a different...
Okay. You want to stop that server? Yeah, just keeps opening. Okay, I closed that server manually. Can you start again? Can you try again?
The server is now running successfully in the skeleton 2 subfolder at http://0.0.0.0:8000/. You can open the page in your browser to test the changes.
Okay. The question is, so can you see the web application yourself, like on that server, or I have to do it myself? Yeah, we'll say I have to do it myself.
I can't directly view the web application on this.
Yeah. So then we can we can close it. There's no point. Okay, let's check the terminal. Joint positions, that's fine. Okay, so it doesn't look like very realistic at the moment. Any suggestion as to how we can improve the simulation? What can be made better with the simulation itself? Also, there's a minor thing with the
To improve the
demo.
realism of the simulation, here are some suggestions. Skin layer refinement. Adjust the scaling factor for the skin layer further to make it thinner and more anatomically accurate. Add texture or gradient effects to the skin layer to simulate realistic shading. Joint movement. Introduce constraints to ensure joints move within realistic ranges, e.g., elbows and knees should not bend backward. Add smoother transitions between frames to avoid jerky movements. Lighting and shadows. Simulate lighting effects to create depth and make the skeleton and skin appear more three-dimensional. Add shadows for the skeleton and skin to enhance realism. Color and transparency. Use semi-transparent layers for the skin to allow the skeleton to be partially visible underneath. Experiment with more natural skin tones and bone colors. Anatomical accuracy. Refine the skeleton structure.
Okay, can you give me a bottom line in 1 or 2 sentences? And we'll do...
To improve the simulation's realism, focus on refining skin thickness, adding lighting and shadows, ensuring anatomical accuracy, and incorporating smoother joint movements with physics-based animations. These enhancements will make the simulation more visually and functionally realistic.
Okay, before we're doing that, in the demo mode, one of the steps is all the visibility are turned off, so we don't actually see anything. Can you check? Can you find it in the code and actually fix? Yeah, we don't want that skippy bit. Skippy bit. Did it find it, or it's modifying the code?
Made changes. The visibility for SMPL skin, SKEL skin, and SKEL bones has been set to true by default to ensure they are visible in demo mode. Let me know if further adjustments are needed.
No, that's not what we're talking about. Let's see, before the demo mode. In the demo mode, one of the steps is all the visibility. All the 3 visibility features are turned off, so we don't actually see anything. Can you provide an explanation of why is it happening? If you actually find the solution, just go ahead, modify the code, and give a quick conversational, no bullet points response in the chat. Yeah, that's the bit I'm trying to avoid. Is there a head to this thing? I had to ask it to explain it first, so it keeps modifying.
Made changes. The issue occurred because the demo mode randomly toggled visibility settings, sometimes turning all features off. I modified the logic to ensure all visibility toggles are turned on during the demo, so everything remains visible. Let me know if you need further adjustments.
Well, not exactly. No, it did something weird. It did something weird. That's hard to revert. Where is it? Restore to checkpoint. Yes. It's just randomly modifying the visibility. Is it okay? Okay, we'll leave it as is for now. We'll do a standalone review just in case. I'll do this model standalone review. Yeah, we have a standard prompt for it. It will take some time to generate. And we will use Google Stream. No, generate media, speech generation. What are you talking about? Can't assist with that. Of course you can. Of course you can. Okay, so we have a data scientist and a comedian. We'll choose.
Ready to make something amazing?
And let's make that one core.
What do you want to explore?
And Sharon something. And it will just start playing when it's ready. When it's ready. When it's ready. Yeah, everything we do is eventually available on BioniChaos.com. Go check it out and provide your feedback. Let me know if you have any questions about any of the tools available. Can cover them again. Okay, can we also simplify and improve the
So let me get this
page?
straight.
Yeah.
You're building a simulation where skeletons and skin.
Wait a sec. Wait a sec. Okay, so the review is ready. We have essentially Notebook LM, Google AI Studio. We'll be talking about this code, this web application.
So let me get this straight. You're building a simulation where skeletons and skins dance around like they're auditioning for Dancing with the Stars, but instead of stars, it's biomechanics?
Pretty much. It's an interactive viewer that compares two models, SMPL, which is like the Hollywood version of human anatomy, looks good but isn't anatomically accurate, and SKEL, which is the nerdy, biomechanically correct version.
So SMPL is the Instagram filter, and scale is the I woke up like this reality check.
Exactly. SMPL focuses on the surface, skin and shape, while SKEL adds a realistic skeleton underneath. It's like giving your Barbie doll an actual spine.
And what's the deal with the blobs? I saw the screenshots. It looks like the skeleton is wearing a puffy jacket made of orange jello.
That's the SKEL skin layer. It's supposed to represent the outer surface of the biomechanical model, but the scaling factor is off, so it's a bit exaggerated.
Exaggerated. It looks like the skeleton is trying to cosplay as a pumpkin. What's the fix?
We're tweaking the scaling factor to make the skin layer thinner and more proportional, and we're ensuring visibility settings don't turn everything off during demo mode, because what's the point of a demo if you can't see anything?
Visibility settings? So you're saying the skeleton sometimes go full ninja and disappears?
Exactly. During demo mode, all visibility toggles were accidentally turned off, leaving the canvas blank. It's like hosting a magic show where the magician forgets to reappear.
Classic rookie mistake. So what's next? Are you adding disco lights to the skeleton or making it do the moonwalk?
Not quite. We're focusing on realism, adding smoother joint movements, lighting effects, and maybe even shadows. The goal is to make it look less like a cartoon and more like a medical-grade simulation.
Medical grade. So this could be used by doctors? Like, hey, your skeleton's doing the cha-cha, let's fix that hip joint.
Potentially, yes. It could be used for surgical planning, sports science, or even VR avatars. Imagine a VR game where your avatar moves like a real human instead of a rag doll.
I like it, but let's be honest. You're secretly hoping someone uses this to make skeletons dance in a Halloween VR party.
I wouldn't complain. As long as the skeletons move anatomically correctly, I'm happy.
Fair enough. So, bottom line, you're fixing blobs, making skeletons visible, and ensuring they don't move like they're auditioning for The Exorcist. Got it?
That's the gist. And maybe adding some sonification, sounds based on joint movements, to make it even cooler.
Sounds like you're turning skeletons into a jazz band. I'm here for it. Let me know when they start playing Staying Alive.
We get the Gemini 2.5 Pro. Do we need edit or agent mode to try and improve it? Try and improve it. Yeah, let's run it once. See what happens.
Currently, you are viewing a web page with a dark background. In the center, there's an abstract orange shape that appears to be in motion. At the bottom of the screen, there are controls for animation. This looks like a visualization of a human skeleton, possibly animated, with the option to display the skeleton's bones or skin, and different animations like walking or a handstand. It appears the skeleton has been practicing its skateboarding moves and might be ready for the X Games. The quality of the animation appears to be quite basic, with simple shapes and movements that don't look very realistic. It's almost like watching a stick figure trying to breakdance. To improve it, one could add more detailed 3D models for the skeleton and skin, enhance the animation with smoother transitions and more natural movements, and introduce environmental elements or interactive features to make it more engaging.
Okay, what are we doing, and what this simulation can be used for?
This appears to be a human skeleton animation that can cycle through different movements like walking and skateboarding. It could be useful for educational purposes, like understanding human anatomy and movement, or for developing more realistic character animations in games or simulations.
How can it be used for biomedical applications?
Yes, this kind of skeletal animation could be very useful in medical applications, such as for visualizing movement in physical therapy, demonstrating surgical procedures, or educating medical students on joint mechanics and range of motion.
How does it compare to this one?
This new application is much more detailed, focusing on gait analysis with a stick figure animation of a leg and various graphs displaying data like ankle, knee, and hip flexion and moment. It provides more scientific and quantitative data compared to the previous, more general skeleton animation.
Do you have any specific questions on it, or the difference between the two animations?
Certainly. Would you like to know more about the specific metrics displayed in the gait analysis, such as ankle flexion or hip moment, or are you interested in a deeper comparison of the types of data presented in both animations?
Hey, can you explain the models used, the SMPL and the scale skin? Do you know anything about them?
From the user interface, SMPL likely refers to the skinned multi-person linear model, which is a parametric model of the human body that can be used to represent various body shapes and poses. Scale skin seems to be a toggle for displaying the skin or a mesh over the skeleton, while scale bones likely shows the underlying skeletal structure.
Okay, so we have currently another coding agent improving the code. So what do we need to test once they're done? I think they added those funny shadows to it that are not very useful. But what will need to be testing for this to work properly?
To ensure it works properly, you'd need to test the accuracy of the model's movements, the consistency of the animations across different frame rates, and whether the visibility toggles for SMPL, skell skin, and skell bones function correctly and display as expected.
So everything we do is available on BioniChaos.com, so you can go and check out all these web applications that we have developed over quite some time. So let me know if there's any questions.
All right, so the BioniChaos website offers a variety of web applications and tools, primarily focused on biomedical data and simulations. Is there anything specific on this page that you would like to know more about?
Yeah, the prompt engineer, the AI Studio thing is already 500 megabytes in the browser. I think it's storing all the videos it took. Um, it added this a weird looking shadow. It's also in the wrong position or something between on the ground. I don't know where the ground is.
So let me get this straight. You're building a website where people can watch skeletons dance? Is this some kind of Halloween party invitation?
Not quite. It's an interactive simulation that compares two 3D models. SMPL, which represents the skin and surface of the human body, and SKEL, which adds a biomechanically accurate skeleton underneath. It's for research and education.
Oh, so it's like a talent show for skeletons. America's Got Bones. What's the prize? A lifetime supply of calcium?
Not exactly. The goal is to show how the SKEL model improves anatomical accuracy. For example, SMPL might make a skeleton do a handstand, but the joints might bend in ways that aren't realistic. SKEL fixes that by using real anatomical data.
So SMPL is like a cartoon skeleton, and Skell is the one that went to med school.
That's actually a pretty good analogy. Yes, SKEL is the overachiever. It models things like joint rotations and bone alignment more accurately. This could be useful for things like medical training, sports science, and even making video game characters move more realistically.
Wait. You're telling me that one day my video game avatar might have better posture than me? That's just insulting.
Possibly. But it's not just about posture. Imagine a surgeon practicing on a digital twin of a patient, or a coach analyzing an athlete's movements to prevent injuries. That's the kind of impact we're aiming for.
Okay, that's cool. But let's talk about the code. I saw something about demo mode. What's that? Is it like a skeleton fashion show?
Kind of. Demo mode cycles through different animations and visibility settings to showcase the models. For example, it might show the SMPL skin, then the SKEL skin, then just the bones. It's like peeling back layers to see how the models work.
So it's like a skeleton striptease? And now, ladies and gentlemen, the femur.
I guess you could say that. But we had a bug where all the visibility settings turned off at once, so the screen went blank. It's like the skeletons decided to ghost us, literally.
Classic skeleton move. They're all about disappearing acts. Did you fix it?
Yes, we added a predefined sequence to ensure at least one layer is always visible. No more invisible skeletons.
Good, because if I'm watching a skeleton demo, I want to see some bones. Speaking of which, what's with the sonification thing? Are the skeletons singing?
Not quite. Sonification adds sound effects based on joint movements. For example, if a joint moves quickly, it might produce a higher pitched sound. It's like turning motion into music.
So you're making a skeleton orchestra. That's amazing. I want to hear the xylophone solo.
It's more subtle than that, but yes, it adds an auditory layer to the simulation. It's especially useful for analyzing movement patterns.
Okay, last question. Can I make the skeletons do the moonwalk?
Not yet, but you can choose from animations like walking, skateboarding, and handstands. If you want the moonwalk, you'll have to code it yourself.
Challenge accepted. But if I do, I'm adding a top hat and a cane. Skeletons deserve to be classy.
Deal. Just don't forget to keep the biomechanics accurate. We don't want any dislocated joints.
Got it. No funny bone injuries. This project is amazing, though. You're making skeletons educational and entertaining. I can't wait to see what's next.
Thanks. And who knows? Maybe we'll add a comedy mode where the skeletons tell jokes. You could be our consultant.
I'm in, but only if I get to name the skeletons. I'm thinking Boney Stark and Skelly Clarkson.
Done. Let's make it happen.
Guess it is a human in the loop. If you have any questions, go for it. Otherwise, everything we do is available on BioniChaos.com. Don't forget to like and dislike, subscribe, unsubscribe, and mainly provide your feedback. have used the peristaltic pump before? Well, now you can try it out without paying hundreds of dollars. Okay, the glycerin is semi-transparent. Olive oil looks better. Blood plasma is also syrup. Yes, syrup is probably. Yeah, they will have different consistencies. Can they change your back pressure, occlusion? A tube diameter works pretty well. Number of rollers, obviously. Speed, pump speed. So it's the inlet, outlet. Yeah, it's not really connected. But you get the drill. Actually, the demo meant to vary the parameters. Doesn't work to get errors. Yeah, have to fix it. I know the demo actually does work. So it will automatically change some of the parameters, just very slow. Is it potentially only changing the back pressure? No, it's changing the pump speed as well. So it's working all right. Okay, so we had Gemini 2.5 making a bunch of changes. Let's move back to 4.0. Okay, based on the changes above, what changes did you make real quick? The shadow, is it only the adding the shadow? The shadow is also in the wrong position, but I'm not sure.
The changes made include shadow rendering, enhanced the shadow effect for the skeleton to add depth and realism. This includes drawing shadows for both bones and joints on the floor.
Yeah, the shadow, the floor. Where is the floor? Well, obviously the floor is in the wrong position. Can you explain? I'm more inclined to remove the shadow for now. What do you think? Just a quick response, quick conversational 1 or 2 sentences response.
The floor is currently positioned at y equals minus 1.5, which might not align with the skeleton's actual base, making the shadows look misplaced. Removing the shadow for now is a good idea to simplify the visuals until the floor alignment is fixed.
Which model do we need? Let's do GPT-5 mini agent mode. Okay, so can you remove the shadow and check the floor somehow? Like look at the code?
I'm going to locate the shadow/floor code and remove the shadow drawing, then ensure the floor/grid remains for reference. Outcome: shadow removed and floor positioning left unchanged with a short console note for verification. I'll search the file for relevant symbols: shadow, floor, y equals minus 1.5, draw grid. I'll remove the shadow drawing block from draw skeleton, so floor/grid stays but no.
Okay. So it's applying changes. That the funny shadow should go away. Go away, funny shadow. Funny shadow. Remove the shadow. Left the floor grid intact. Okay. Yeah, I don't really care where the floor is actually. Do care about I don't know if it can do anything more complicated than that. And out of what we've got, gate related, I like this one the best. Let me know what you think. Can you do a detailed explanation explaining why the animation is so bad? Might actually turn it into podcast. Let's say GPT-5 mini. Well, it does have access to the code. It's not in agent mode. We should have probably put it in agent mode. Agent.
Summary. The animation looks bad because there are several correctness and performance bugs that produce nans/flicker, huge console churn, frame rate dependent stepping, unstable projection math, and oversized per frame work.
Okay. That is quite a bit. Let's do standalone GPT-5 mini standalone detailed conversation on this. I'm going to have a it looks good. Let's just change the
What kind of project are you thinking of?
What idea do you want to bring to life?
why this
Ready to
first
build something? Got a project in mind?
What do you want to...
Ready to make some?
What sparks your interest?
let's do that one. We had 4 minutes before, let's see. Standalone. I need to start fixing that. Let's bring it back to agents. Yeah, so soon we'll have a review of why this animation, why the graphics look so bad, essentially. We'll have an overview by Notebook LM. We'll listen to that one quickly when it's ready.
The goal here is to compare SMPL surface traces to a biomechanically informed SKEL skeleton, visually and sonically. The renderer should show both models smoothly, so differences are obvious.
So basically, it's a puppet show where one puppet knows anatomy and the other just flails fabulously?
Exactly. Current code generates synthetic pose frames and projects 3D joint positions to 2D canvas. Problems make the flailing look like epileptic pixels rather than intentional motion.
Give me the top 3 reasons the animation acts possessed.
Draw grid passes plane objects to project, but project indexes arrays, point 3D 0. That mismatch yields undefined to NaN in rotations and projection to catastrophic visual corruption. Draw skeleton logs every joint each frame, console.log inside per joint loop. Browser dev tools get hammered and FPS drops dramatically. Projection divides by Z2 plus camera.z with no safeguards. When that denominator approaches 0 or flips sign, scale explodes or inverts. Sudden popping, flicker, and negative scales.
So, bugs plus noisy logging plus math gymnastics equals chaos. Anything else?
Frame advancement uses +1 per request animation frame. Animation speed becomes frame rate dependent and steps harshly on low FPS. No time-based stepping or interpolation. Line width scales with projected scale, p1.scale times 10. That amplifies any small projection jitter into visible stroke thickness wobble. Draw grid and sonification do lots of per-frame work, many project calls creating oscillators. That increases frame time and audio CPU load.
Sounds like a party where everyone talks at once and the bouncer is broken.
Right. Fixes with highest ROI. Pass arrays to project, stop NANs, remove per-frame console.log, clamp denominator or enforce camera ROTX limits, switch to time-based frame stepping with interpolation, and throttle or heavily reduce per-frame audio work and grid draws.
So, fewer logs, safer division, and no musical chairs with oscillators. Then the puppet show stops being haunted?
Yes. After those fixes, stable projection, consistent animation speed, less jittery stroke sizers, and far fewer expensive per-frame ops, the viewer becomes smooth and readable, ideal for comparing SMPL versus SKEL.
Perfect. Fix that, and the only thing flailing will be my stand-up career.
Yeah, we have GPT-5 mini making some changes to the code. It becomes better. Currently it's not what it meant to fix this. Looks like an optical illusion, but Okay, real quick, why do we need the FPS display?
The FPS display helps monitor the performance of the simulation in real time. It allows you to verify smooth playback, ensure the animation runs at the desired frame rate, e.g., 30 or 60 FPS.
Yeah, we don't think we actually need it. What else we had? I don't think we actually need it. What do you think? And what else? What other changes were we talking about potentially considering?
If you don't think the FPS display is necessary, we can remove it. While it's useful for debugging and performance monitoring, it's not essential for end users unless performance is a critical concern. Other potential
Okay, we had the interpolation between frames, no. Camera improvement, no. Playing back, no. Performance, no. Well, yes, we need to improve the UI eventually. Well, yes, eventually we'll need to improve the UI and improve the layout of the page. But first, specifically to the actual the animation character, the actual figure.
To improve the animation character, the figure itself, we can focus on the following areas.
Anatomical accuracy, dynamic scaling, interactive features, not sure. Textures, no. Okay, how about the anatomic accuracy? Real quick response though.
To improve anatomical accuracy, joint constraints, add limits to joint angles, e.g., elbows, knees, to prevent unnatural bending. Realistic rotations, implement axis-specific rotations for joints, e.g., shoulder ball and socket, hinge for knees. Bone length consistency, ensure bones maintain fixed lengths during animation. Natural poses, adjust keyframes to reflect realistic human posture and movement. Would you like me to focus on joint constraints or realistic rotations first?
Yeah. And let's do another overview. Yeah, the previous voice was horrendous. We actually changed the voices. Change the voices 3 minutes before. Okay, let's do this one. Yeah, we'll go ahead, remove that FPS. Don't think we need it. Agent. Remove FPS. Everything we do is eventually available on BioniChaos.com. Go check it out and provide your feedback. Do you need a robot to telling you that? So white again. My microphone game keeps dropping. Guess we removed the FPS if we don't really need it. Thank you, Chris Barr, becoming a member. Thank you very much. It's greatly appreciated. Yeah, everything we do is available on BioniChaos.com. You can go check it out, provide your feedback. Some things already in production, like this gate simulator. The Fourier transform, there's a lot of like math game stuff. Oops, that's too fast. And you can draw freely. It will replicate your drawing with vectors. We'll do a Fourier transform. Yeah, for something like this, you obviously need much more, many more vectors to, yeah, 100 does the job in most cases. 50, well, 38, just about. It gives it a more artistic look. Oh, wasn't it running? Yeah, this one you can select. It's not quite clear how to use it. Now I should have a video of me using it. Anyway, you can just do the play button. The demo is pretty
So let
much
me get this straight.
Ooh.
You're building a website where people can watch skeletons do yoga?
Wait. So this is the notebook LM through AI Studio. We'll restart it again. It's essentially summarizing what we're trying to do with this one. So that we'll run it in demo. Oh, why is it? It's quite lengthy. Anyway, let me know if there's a human. Obviously, we prefer talking to real humans. Most of the time, a real human is not available. That's why we have to talk to robots. But especially if Chris has any questions, comments, anything, more than happy to take those. Or anyone else. Otherwise, we'll go to the Notebook LM review of this web application. This will be like the second or third, but it's essentially based on a chat with another developer agent, which actually does the code for this web application. Okay, there's no questions. Move ahead to that review. I can comment along if it says something funny. If it says something weird.
So let me get this straight. You're building a website where people can watch skeletons do yoga? Is this some kind of Halloween fitness app?
Not quite. It's an interactive simulation to compare two 3D human models. One that's good at showing the skin and surface, and another that's biomechanically accurate with anatomically correct skeletons.
Oh, so it's like a beauty contest between Barbie and a medical textbook?
Kind of. The SMPL model is like Barbie. It's great at looking good on the outside, but doesn't have realistic joint movements. The SKEL model, on the other hand, is like a surgeon's dream. It's all about accurate anatomy and movement.
Got it. So SMPL is for Instagram and SKEL is for orthopedic surgeons. But why do we need this? Are skeletons applying for jobs now?
It's actually really important. Accurate digital humans can be used in medical simulations, sports science, and even virtual reality. Imagine a VR game where your avatar moves like a real person instead of a marionette.
Oh, so no more VR characters doing the funky chicken when you try to wave. I'm sold. But what's with all the buttons and sliders? This thing looks like the cockpit of a spaceship.
Those controls let you interact with the simulation. You can rotate the models, zoom in, pan around, and even toggle the visibility of the skin and bones. Plus, you can play animations like walking, skateboarding, or doing a handstand.
Wait, the skeleton can skateboard? That's impressive.
Yeah, this did happen before. The AI Studio, it didn't generate the whole thing, I think. It's on generate 2 minutes. Well, it says 10 minutes, but it's only played stuff for 2 minutes. So I don't know which one.
So let me get this straight.
Yeah, the rest of it is just the rest of it is blank. So I'm not sure what happened there. Not sure what happened there. We have some suggestions on the page layout. Can you give me the bottom line summary?
To improve the layout. Responsive canvas, dynamically
Without any bullet points. Conversational stuff.
To improve the layout, the canvas should dynamically resize to fit the screen while maintaining its aspect ratio, and the controls should be repositioned using a responsive layout like Flexbox or Grid. Adding a full-screen toggle for the canvas, ensuring proper spacing and alignment, and optimizing the design for mobile screens will make the page more user-friendly and visually appealing.
Okay, what I really want really is when I'm loading the page, I want the canvas and the controls to be visible in one viewport. Don't worry about the text. The text can be scrolled down to view.
To ensure the canvas and controls are visible in one viewport when the page loads, the layout can be adjusted so that the canvas takes up most of the screen height, and the controls are positioned directly below it. The text content can be placed in a scrollable section below the controls. This will make the canvas and controls fit within the initial viewport, while the text remains accessible by scrolling. Let me implement this adjustment.
Okay, I can do it quietly. Can do it quietly. Oh, what on earth? No.
Made changes. The layout has been adjusted so that the canvas and control.
Are you kidding me? When uploading page, I want the canvas and the controls to be visible in one viewport. What about the text? Agent, Rivet. You stuffed up my page, didn't you? Yeah, it sounds like you know what you're talking about. Rivet. Pretty basic stuff. You know, probably scrap this one. I mean, it's more comprehensive, but then the animation doesn't make any sense. It kind of does. Shall we continue improving it or ditch it? So the demo works well. Yet again, same problem, doesn't fit the screen. Yeah, on why the screen the controls should be side by side. Really? kidding me? I think the AI gods are not treating me well. Yeah, this thing, we need to split it into... On wider screens, the controls can be on the side of the canvas. On the canvas also not to be taller than
To ensure
whatever,
the canvas and
80%.
controls are visible in one view.
Yeah. You can do it yourself. Would you like to implement a response? CSS, flag box, column, dynamic sizing. Do we need a different model? Let's do GPT-5 mini. Is it any better? That's why. What outcome? I'll update the page. Okay. Now we don't want the text to be there as well. Let's back 4.0 agent. When loading page, I want the canvas on the and the controls to be visible in one screen without scrolling. Basic stuff. I don't know why you're hallucinating on me. I think we probably need to start a new chat. If for real. Agent. Let's try again. I was struggling. Start a new chat. Should improve. Oh, come on, the layout. Like, no. Why did I say something about the text? When I'm loading the page, I want the canvas and the controls to be visible in one screen. On wider screens, the controls can be on this side of the canvas. Like, leave the text at the bottom of the page alone. Oof. We'll have
To ensure the canvas and controls are visible on one screen, and the controls are positioned beside the canvas on wider screens, I'll adjust the layout using CSS. The text content at the bottom will remain untouched. Here's the plan. Flexbox layout. Modify the main container to use Flexbox for responsive alignment. Media queries. Add a media query to switch the layout to a side-by-side arrangement on wider screens. I'll make the necessary changes now. Made changes. The layout has been updated to ensure the canvas and controls.
Okay, that's really pissing me off now. Why are you insisting on, let's do different model. Let's do grok agent. Pretty simple stuff. Pretty simple stuff. Yeah, this is an example where a human would have done better, that's for sure. But I still don't have money to pay a human, so... I mean, yeah, would have done better, would have still charged way more than what I'm paying for the model, so... Model it is, unfortunately. Essentially, there's no difference currently between play, demo. Ah, no, the demo will also... Okay, this is better. Now we're talking. Yeah, the skateboard is just... Yeah, thank you, Grok. I never thought I'll say it, but Grok did a much better job. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, we have a problem. Does Grok have a image? No, it does not. Hey, can you review the image and let me know what's wrong with the layout of the page? Stuff doesn't fit. That should be the answer.
The layout of the page appears functional, but there are a few issues that could be improved. Canvas and controls alignment. The controls on the right side are not vertically centered relative to the canvas. This makes the layout...
Can you give me the bottom line? Are the controls, some of the controls are hidden at the moment, so can we fix it somehow? Okay, we don't have much time left.
To ensure all controls are visible, you can adjust the layout and styling of the controls container.
Okay, I'll send it to agent mode. Should we do grok? So essentially GPT is chatting to grok. Okay, based on the above chat, can you modify the code accordingly?
Made changes.
Kidding me?
Made changes.
No. Still no.
Made changes.
No. Third change, no.
Perfect. I've applied the fixes
Really?
based on our previous discussion. Changes made.
Nah. Let's go back to 4.0. 4.0. Okay, I'll be finishing soon. As everything we do is eventually available on BioniChaos.com. We have a Patreon. You can become a member like Chris Barr just did. Thank you very much. On YouTube as well, or Patreon, whatever is more convenient. If you want to support the project. If not, it's still freely available for everyone. Still, we don't want the overflow. We don't want the overflow button controls. Some of the controls are hidden at the moment. Can we restore checkpoint? Restore checkpoint. Okay, now we're going in a loop. Agent 4.0. Okay, currently I need to scroll to see all the controls. Can we fix it somehow? Potentially we can reduce the width of the canvas, but we don't want any overflows. So we don't want to having to scroll to see all the controls. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Basic stuff. So yeah,
To ensure that all
gods.
controls are visible without scrolling, we can adjust the layout and dimensions of the canvas and controls. Here's the plan. Reduce the width of the canvas. This will free up space for the controls. Ensure the controls container is fully visible. Adjust its height and layout to prevent overflow. I'll modify the CSS to achieve this.
Okay, can you do it quietly? It's gonna be talking some more as well.
Made changes. I have adjusted the layout to reduce the canvas width and ensure the controls contain.
Okay, this is better, but the controls still have a scroller underneath it, especially when the zoom of the page is 100%. So we don't want to see that scroller ever. Never.
To ensure that the controls container never shows a horizontal scroll bar, we can set overflow X hidden. This will prevent horizontal scrolling within.
Yeah, but that will be still hiding still cutting off the controls, wouldn't it? Anyway, we'll have to finish soon. Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, yeah, now we don't have the scroll bar, but the controls are still cut off a little bit. So can we fix it somehow? Also, don't know why the controls seem to be too large. Potentially, like the text, the font and the buttons, the fonts in the buttons and in the controls is too big.
To address the issue of controls being cut off and appearing too large, we can reduce font size, decrease the font size for labels, buttons, and controls to make them more compact. Adjust button and control dimensions, reduce padding and size to ensure they fit better.
Okay, we'll do this. We'll continue chipping away on this one. Eventually, we'll make it available for you. It will go on to BioniChaos.com. You can play with it. All the code will be on the page itself. All the code will be on the page itself. Yeah, what's up with... Looks like some sort of optical illusion. Anyhow, we'll continue this one next time. Especially, we have other versions related to gate and stuff. Related to gate, this one is available. I'll pop the link somewhere. Yeah, those would be older versions. And whatever we have currently is still testing on the server, but yeah, we'll have a quick turnover. Publish it for you shortly. Again, thanks, thank you, Chris Barr, for becoming a member of the channel. Let me know if you have any suggestions, questions, complaints, different color. We do have a color scheme for the project, but we're kind of forgetting to apply it. Have a lot of optical illusions. We know if we actually see what's the... Need it slower. Yeah, I can see it already. Yeah, you can play with the settings of this optical illusion, see where the illusion is actually more prominent for you. I think you can see it now. So you look at the center there, you start actually seeing a color. Yeah, I can see it. Can you see it? Yes, you look at the center and you can see that missing, that one circle is just disappearing. But then if you keep looking at it for a while, it actually, you will actually start seeing that circle and whatever blue or like green. Yeah, it's hidden green color. Yeah, it's pretty vivid with those settings. So yeah, check out this one. Let me know what settings make you see the illusion better. In essence, when the illusion is more prominent for you. Yeah, when you change the speed, it's even more vivid. So that's interesting. Yeah, now I can see it as well. Yeah, and obviously those settings will, your ability to see the illusion will be determined of what settings were there prior. So if you go the order you change the settings will change your perception of the illusion. But yeah, go play with that. There's a lot of stuff like that as well. You can search optical illusions. Do we have illusions? Well, it would be in vision. Yeah, it would be in vision section. Yeah, this one's a good one as well. Go check it out. Go check it out. Check it out. If you think those dots are rotating, think again, because they're moving in a straight line. Nothing is rotating. That's how your brain can be easily tricked. So don't believe anything you see. Do those look like they move in a circle? Well, surely when you have the 1, it moves in a line. When you have 2, does it look like they're moving in a circle or in straight lines? Let me know in the comments below. You can also go to this link and check it out, play with it yourself. So when you get 3, yeah, well, now they definitely look like they're moving in a straight line, while there are no moving in a circle, whereas there's nothing moving in a circle. So yeah, go check out this illusion. Obviously illusions are highly relevant to biomedical science, considering it's all neuroscience to do with how your brain is perceiving the world. Anyway, let me know if there's any questions, suggestions. Essentially, if you see any good video with some sort of animation to do with anatomy, human body, physics, physiology, do let me know. We could turn it into an interactive web application. That's what this channel is not all about, but it's one of the things we do. And I'll see you next time. Again, thanks for becoming a member.